Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbanallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows, and surely God's goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's been 1 year, 2 days since we started Johnny's Bite. 1st October was the very first edition in 2021. Congratulations to all of us. For those who have been sharing the links, for those who have been liking, for those who have been supplying information, for those who have been calling, encouraging, and even for those who also don't like what we do, we are celebrating together. We are all celebrating together. It's 1 year, 1 full year. And I remember that some key people in society who had told us that they want things to be better had actually walked up to me, some in town, to say, you cannot sustain this. And I told them what a man of God had told me, that this is my pulpit. And from my pulpit, I preach. Not with Bible verses like we hear being quoted even on finance tables. Because the truth is one. The truth is absolute. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. We know no juju. We only know God, the maker of all things and judge of all men. Danny, in celebration of our first year anniversary of Johnny's Bite, and today, hashtag is Johnny's Bite, 1 year on, 1 full year. Just last Friday, I was here praising the Ghana Police Service, and I would reiterate that praise. IGP George Akufu Dampare, good morning to you. Look, your what do you call? Show his picture, not my face. Show Dr. Dampare's picture. Good morning to you, sir. Your visibility game is top notch. Your visibility game, as I've seen, the visibility game where every junction you find policemen, some armed, some unarmed, you find them, top notch. Even though not all of them have their bulletproof vests, as we were told, but top notch. That's what I've seen in Accra. Danny, and show them the video, the picture of the 2 policemen who, even in the rain, were at the Rage Hospital, the Rage Roundabout, the 2 of them. Even in the rain, visibility, they were there. So I salute the police. No doubt about it. These 2, even in the rain, last Friday, they were busy. Was it Friday or Thursday? One of them. I think Thursday it was. Even in the rain, even in the rain. So IGP George Akufu Dampare, kudos to you. Maybe when you do the right thing, we'll say it. If we do the wrong thing, we'll say it. If we think that it's not right, we will mention it. So this one, sir, your own boy, double salute to you, sir, and please keep it up. But you see, while we're praising the IGP and the police administration and all the hardworking men and women of our police service, not the police force, the police service. It used to be a force, it was changed to service, the police service. And this one also at the Flagstaff House Junction. See, police visibility, I love it so much. It engenders a certain kind of confidence and a certain kind of assurance that, things will not get out of hand. Now, while we were at this one, last Sunday, just yesterday, I was in Tema for the Service Conference, the Guild of Servants of the Sanctuary Conference, where Brother Pinkra has been just elected director. And then I had a distress call. What was this call about? I am told that 2 young men were crossing the road. And there are 2 videos that they sent to me, which I forwarded to you. A night video. And I'll show them. It's around the Bubuashi area. So if you know Accra Academy, the North Gate, okay, the North Gate of Accra Academy, it leads towards the Pentecost Church. Then there's one that's leading towards the Apostolic Church roundabout. And then there's one that's leading towards Olabam. So it's an intersection, a T-junction kind of thing. I'm told that 2 young men were crossing from the Olabam side onto the Bishop Park. And you know, that's Danny, I wish you could put up the video quickly so that we can have a look at it. You sent it earlier. They sent it to me. And the gentleman who called me was traumatized. His voice was shaking. What was the matter? There's a certain policeman, this policeman, on this motorbike with this registration number, and I'm going to ask my friend at the DVLA to check even if this bike is registered, because we have seen policemen ride motorbikes before when it was not registered. The guy who assaulted my friend from Ghanaian Times, a certain officer, Akrufi, he was riding a motorbike that was not registered. That matter swept under the carpet. Now, this policeman is supposed to be an inspector, and I will show his face because I'm following the matter. I will show his face later, not now. I'm watching how the matter will proceed. Two gentlemen, young men, were crossing the road, and people cross the road because there's no traffic light there. As I've told you, it's an intersection. So there's no traffic light there, and the people, you watch left, right, and then you cross. Now, this man, according to the boys, was intoxicated, whether with alcohol or whatever, I don't know. That's their claim. And it is for the police to validate or dismiss that claim. They were crossing from one side onto the Bishop Park. In comes this guy, and then the two of them stood on the white line, hoping that the motor would have stopped. It didn't stop, so one of them crossed. And then the policeman, who was supposed to be an inspector of police, mind you, has risen from constable to lance corporal to sergeant and to inspector. 5 ranks. 5 step up. He decides that he stops the motor, and then the first thing he says was, Chief Superintendent Obeng, when we used to work with him, would tell us that police is about education. They said the police is your friend. Even if the man had committed a certain offense, you have 2 options, either to educate him or to bring him to book. It was not for you to abuse him and insult him. He abused him. Then he pulled the police picture up for me. Now the video is ready now. Play the video, so I can say and pause it. Now, I am happy that this is what I'm talking about. To the right, where the green wall is the Accra Academy North Gate. To the left is the Bishop, that hole where the 2 women are. That was where they were crossing to. So that's the white line in the middle of the road I was talking about. And then towards the left is leading to Coco Clinic Apostolic Church. And then upwards towards me now would be the Olabam area. So they were crossing into that park. There's a park there behind where the 2 women are standing. And then the guy stops in the middle of the road and insults them. As if that was not enough. And mind you, there's a CCTV camera there. Danny, there's another video. There's a CCTV camera there. A CCTV camera there. So the police cannot say that they have not seen this because they have footage. They have the footage. There was a CCTV camera there. A CCTV camera there. Now, as if that was not enough, the guy who is supposed to be an inspector, a trained officer, a senior officer, pulls his sidearm, cocks it, and aims at the leg, the foot of one of the men. He pulls the gun, cocks it, and aims at the leg. The guy was fast, pulls his leg back. This is his narrative. His head inclines towards him, and this officer slaps him. So, number 1, riding a motorbike, they say he was intoxicated. They cross, and then he parks, insults them. And then he says, nobody can do anything to him. And then they said, is that how an officer talks? He gets down, moves to them, picks his sidearm, cocks it, aims at the leg, shoots, he dodges, he inclines his head, he slaps him. And there were eyewitnesses all over the place. The Kaneshi police came there yesterday, I'm told. A Kaneshi police station came there yesterday, and I want to salute the divisional commander, Madam Dedi. I'm told your professionalism is top notch. You kept calling the young man to ask how he was doing, if it's okay. You facilitated a medical form for him and all of that. But an officer of the law, and these are the CCTV cameras. So the police cannot say they didn't find. Show the bullet. Show it. Then show it the shell. It was one of the eyewitnesses that picked it and gave it to them. So they took it to the police station. This was it. Police inspector, we put uniform on you. We buy you food, we find you accommodation, we give you gun, we add bullet, and then you decide that the people who have done all of this for you are the people who you... What was exactly the crime? Danny, there's a photo of the policeman. Put it up there. Cover his face and put it up there. With his name tag. I'm told is it Kingsley or Kennedy? I don't know what his name is. But this is him. I want you to see his full body. So he is very tough. And he assumes that his toughness, you see, again, police is not muscle, it's common sense. Intelligence is not macho, it is here. Intelligence is not macho. So when you think that because you have the uniform on you, you can abuse people, especially on a holy day like a Sunday. When people are just close from church and people were crossing the road, his name is Che Pipra Kingsley or Kenneth. I've forgotten the first name they mentioned to me. So IGP, while I praise you for visibility and all of that, I'm saying some of your men are becoming unruly. And I know that for every weapon, it is signed from the armory. Yesterday, he would have given a report as to how that single bullet, which he fired, because if they gave him 16 rounds, when he's returning, he must return with 16 rounds. If one is missing or one is not there, he must explain how the gun went off. I'll be interested in that matter. Because the impunity is becoming too much. And it reminds me of the corporal who told the chief superintendent to meet him at the headquarters because he didn't send him there. Impunity. I lived in the barracks. I'm a captain of the National Cadet Corps. A corporal telling a chief superintendent that you didn't bring me here, so meet me there. Now, this is an inspector supposed to know better. He picks up his gun and fires. Show us the hole. So this is the hole. This is where he fires. We are busy trying to construct our roads. We have not finished constructing the roads. Then the road that we have been able to construct, and we are managing it small, you pick the gun and the bullet and the uniform that we have given to you, and you fire into it. So assuming that the gentleman was not fast enough to have pulled his leg, you would have wounded him. He could have possibly become an Apache. And you will be walking with your chest and your macho. This matter, I will not leave it lying low. I know some of your friends will not like me for this. You yourself, you will not like me. But what you did yesterday, and you showed no remorse. Even at the police station, you were trying to show buff. That's what they said. Even at the Kaneshi police station, you, Officer Pipra, Che Pipra, you were trying to show power. And sometimes I don't know where some of you draw your power from. Whether it's protocol police, political police, or proper police, I don't know. But this matter, it must not go uncovered. And I like the professionalism of the divisional commander. Yesterday, I'm told that you were not at post. But you kept calling the young man and kept asking how he was doing. IGP Dampari, good morning to you. Director of Operations, good morning to you. Director of Training, good morning to you. Director of Legal, good morning to you. Director of PIPS, good morning to you. I am interested in this matter. Then you put up it again. Look, I'll check with my guys at DVLA. Put the motorbike number. We will check if the motor was registered in the first place. We will check if this motorbike. Good morning to you at DVLA. Please check it for me. Mr. Buzia, check it for me, please. I'll come for the results at 9. M-19-AS 9050. Check if it is a registered motorbike. Because you see, people assume if we all wear uniforms, we all could be misbehaving like all of you. Oh yes, we all could be misbehaving like all of you. If we all decide to wear uniforms, we'll be misbehaving like you. And there are proper officers who don't misbehave. Very respectful officers who, even when they have come to arrest you, the way and manner in which they will talk and handle you, you will feel as if you are being taken to heaven's gate. And then you have on a Sunday school children. I know that area very, very well. I know that area very, very well. My father constructed the St. Joseph, the Weka Anglican Church, so I know it very well. Sunday school children, there are mosques around the place. So it's a densely populated religious area. Apostolic Church is here. The Anglican Church is there. There are 2 Anglican churches. There's the Pentecost Church down there. There are too many churches and all those small churches all over, dotted all over the place. There's an eatery called Bishop Canteen there. There are too many places, drinking spot here and there. So people are crossing the road. There's only one zebra crossing in front of the Anglican church. And where they were crossing from, there was no way they could have put a zebra crossing there. The policeman failed to educate. He failed to inform. His first attempt was an insult. Second one was to pull his sidearm and aim at the leg of one of the people and fire. The guy was smart. He inclined his head and he slapped him. I will be following this matter. And I'm happy that the divisional commander Akandeshi is interested. I want the IGP to be interested. I want the director of operations to be interested. I want the director of training to be interested. I want the director of PIPs to be interested. That the citizens who you are supposed to be protecting must not be treated like this. The citizens that you're supposed to be protecting must not be treated like this. Today was 1 year of Johnny's Bite. I wanted to come and show you some of the achievements. Then I had this call yesterday. I was so angry. I was so livid. Are we in a jungle? Are we in a jungle that people now find it pleasurable to pick guns and fire at will? A police officer. So now you pick your gun and aim at somebody's leg. This is the bullet. And I say that if it's the master at arms would ask him, I gave you 16 rounds. Where are the 16 rounds that you're handing over? Because by 6 he would have gone to hand over the gun. That is if it is a service weapon. If it's not a service weapon and it's a private weapon, is it registered? Has he renewed the license? I will follow this matter up. Trust me, I will follow it up. The nonsense must stop at some point. We are asking for the retirees to go so that the young can grow. Now we have given young people the opportunity and they are messing up. You see why they say your head is like coconut and there's nothing inside? Good morning.